Hey guys, this is Andy with Get Your Wellies. Fall is in the air here in central Arkansas. It is the middle of October and it is getting cold. We actually have forecasts in the next couple of days for a low of 33 tomorrow morning, and then the following morning a low of 28. So my issue is, at the moment, I just have a lot of green tomatoes here on my plants with little hope of them turning red before this weather just gets too cold. So I am actually going to harvest all these larger green tomatoes. In fact, I'm going to harvest the small ones too, but obviously some of these things, you know, these type of tomatoes, like this one right here, this is way too small to have a hope of ever getting to mature. Some of these, same way. But anyway, definitely the big ones need to get those. That I just have a lot of green tomatoes. Some of these are pretty good size, a little bit of blushing actually on some of them. So it is time to harvest these. So join me in the garden as I take the last tomatoes for the year. But first of all, get your wellies. Meet me in the garden. So I'm going to start by harvesting the larger tomatoes, the ones that are blushing, because they're the ones that have a chance to turn red in the house. And we'll go over what you need to do, which actually is not very much at all, to get them to turn red. But join me as I pick them. I'm going to speed this up. I know you don't want to watch me pick tomatoes all afternoon, so we'll speed this part up for you. So here's the final haul. Pretty good. So what I'm going to do next is take them inside, and I'm going to let them experience the warmth of the house and keep them out of direct sunlight, but in kind of a light place in our kitchen. And hopefully they will turn color over the course of the next few weeks. Maybe some of them just a few days. And when you're looking to see, this variety is called Black Sea Man, and it's a Russian variety. I suspect that given a chance and a little more exposure to the sun, these shoulders would become quite dark. But if you start noticing any blushing at all around the blossom end of the tomato, that's an indicator they're getting pretty close to you know, to changing color. A lot of these have shoulders on them. Some of them, these are the Nebraska Wedding, and that's kind of a pretty color when it changes. I don't have an example of a good one to show you, but I can show you the color of it real quick. This is the Nebraska Wedding. It is a really pretty kind of orange color. This one, unfortunately, has succumbed to what looks like blossom end rot, or a bug got in there. But these plants are getting ready to be just taken down and thrown out. Unfortunately, it's the end of the season for these. But this variety, and the other one I've shown you, this is a Nebraska Wedding, and then Black Sea Man, are the two varieties that are determinate varieties. As you can see, they get pretty tall. I would say more than 4 feet, and so they're going to need a little bit more support next year, but these are varieties I will definitely be growing again. They seem to be very productive, and I think in the middle of the summer they probably, with the shade cloth and everything, they should do really well. All right guys, so some of these tomatoes I put in a bowl just to get a little more light in the around these tomatoes, and so I can kind of see what's going on with them. Basically, all you have to do with these is just leave them in a warm place in your house. You really don't want them to get direct sunlight, but an airy, light place is good. As the tomatoes ripen, what they're doing is they're releasing a gas called ethylene, and that is what helps them to change color and get ripe. Some people, if you look around on YouTube, you'll see they put bananas in there with them, or apples. Those fruits also release ethylene, probably a little bit more than tomatoes, but side by side test of this, they really don't ripen any faster if you wrap them up in paper bags with bananas. So I'm gonna just let mine get exposed to the light and the warmth, which is ultimately what makes them release more ethylene anyway. So that's my plan. I will show you these on the next video to see how we did with this harvest. And the other thing I would just tell you, you might sacrifice a little bit on taste doing it this way, but better to have some tomatoes that don't taste 100% as good as they could than not have any at all. So that's my philosophy on it. So anyway, there you go. So again, just thank you for watching the video. If you have any tomatoes left that are green and you're imminently in danger of frost, you really don't have a choice but to pick them. So do that. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. Hit the like button, the notification button, and I will see you next time at Get Your Wellies. But for now, bye now.